What gets people into rubber? A lot of people will recall back to various different things in their childhood. So for some people who may be of a little bit of an older generation than the younger generation, a lot of them it's Jacques Cousteau. When they were kids growing up, they would see Jacques Cousteau's underwater adventures, and they'd see all these guys in these wetsuits diving through, and they'd come out and they'd be glistening off of that, and that was just kind of like hot men, neoprene, and that kind of did it. Other people talk a lot about boots, like from when they were a kid. Some people, the first rubber thing that they have is the purple bandage on broccoli, the purple rubber band. So a lot of it comes from a lot of different people. I think most people start in leather because that's mainstream, now in the age that we live in. And then they will branch off from leather to explore other areas, and one of those other areas that they would explore could be rubber. Getting in and out of it, I always recommend that people who are new to it, there's a couple of key pieces that I call my starters. So the first would be a shirt. I typically recommend sleeveless just because they're a little bit easier to deal with. Once you go over the shoulder blade, it gets a little complicated. And I always make sure that it's got a zip up the front. Without the zip, then you have to figure out how to get it on, and that's a little bit more experienced effort. And then also a pair of shorts with a zip all the way around the front. And I tell people, get a pair of shorts, drop some lube down the front of the shorts, get your balls all lubed up, and then just go for a jog. And everything's going to be slipping and sliding around, and it's a really erotic feeling. So first off is the zip. After the zip, then it takes a little bit of a trial period to figure out how it works. Typically, I lube up the inside and the outside with silicone lube, and then once you've got it lubed up on the inside and out, it's going to slip fairly easily. So I bunch it up towards the shoulders here, slide your arms in, pull it over the head. At that point, you're going to have it stuck right here across your back, and you may see some lines on the back of my shirt. I haven't polished up yet. And at that point, you either have a friend who helps you, or you learn how to do a shoulder roll, or you reach up underneath and you pull it down. If you've got long arms and you can get up there, you can slowly pull it down. You can also pull it up this way and unbunch it. It's a little bit of an effort to get it in, but once you're in, it's great. Getting out of it is much simpler. You jump in the shower, you get some Dawn dishwashing liquid, you clean off your gear at the same time that you're getting out of it, and the water running under it will act as a natural lubricant to allow you to just swoop, and you're right.
MIR is a much smaller community with kind of a subset of the fetish crowd. Mostly latex and rubber. I'm Dyer Callahan. I'm the owner of both Rage Rubber and Steel Mill Media, which I think Leatherati is a affiliate for, if I'm correct. But yeah, I really, pretty much what he said, we're involving this. It sucks you up all in the middle. You're completely immobilized, but you can still breathe normally. But lots of people like gas masks and stuff like that. And then we turn it over twice, and so you're doggy style upside down, and you're completely exposed. I like it because it's great for both the dom and the sub. The dom can really go to town. Pretty much every awesome piece on a guy is exposed. A guy who's ticklish this is death for them. They can't do anything, but they can feel everything.
I think I found the spot.
Yeah, that's the spot.
That's the spot? Right there? Yeah. I think I can get better this way.
Awesome stuff.
It's more psychological than anything else. Because it's really not, there's some pressure against your skin, but it's not again, you can breathe normally, and it's perfectly fine. But yes, it's psychological, and a lot of the things around this place involving rubber, like sleep sacks and stuff like that. It's the same sort of psychological philosophy of you can't move, and so you're vulnerable, and so pretty much guys and girls can do what they want to you.
You get kind of hot and sweaty, but the ice was great. It cools you down. I feel a little lightheaded right now.
Those are my fingers.
Okay. I was like, what is that?
My fingers.
I have a slight look of fear.
Yes, you were looking somewhat concerned.
For me personally, I was introduced to rubber on vacation in Florida. I met a very handsome Italian man at the Eagle, I think it was, in Fort Lauderdale. And I ended up going back to his place. He had a big duffel bag, and he said, do you mind if I pull out my chaps? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm into all that, you know. And I was expecting leather chaps, but what he pulled out was rubber chaps. And there's just a sound that rubber makes when it moves, and it's almost like those stage props where they make thunder. It has that same kind of quality to it when it shakes. There's just a sound, and I wasn't looking, I heard it before anything. I was like, what's that? And yeah, he introduced me, and I abandoned my friends and spent the next 6 days at his place having a great time. And the rest is history for me.
We are vendors for the Belgian chastity belts from Carrara Designs.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, we are developing and making chastity belts since 15 years in Belgium. And meet my wife, she's the welder for all this stuff, this nice brilliant stuff, and I'm developing and contacting the people. So if you want to see something, call Carrara Designs in Belgium and you will find the best here in the world.
I'm from Squeak Latex. I'm owner and creator of Squeak Latex. We're an Australian-based company. We're really, really new at the moment. So trying to gauge the market and whatnot. We do completely custom items. So if you can dream about it, want it to come to life, we can do it. Actually, my other business is actually manufacturing mascot costumes. So big corporate mascots, and liked rubber, so thought I would turn some of these mascots into latex. We're actually an internet-based store, so we don't have a retail store or anything like that, so everything is all via the internet.